this is awesome. It's a good segue to the next question, because you evidently, like you said, love animals, love birds, and love the environment. But there are a lot of photographers who are a lot of famous photographers even. They don't click photos of animals in a ethically right manner. They disturb their environment. They don't respect the animal itself. So, what are your guidelines for taking photographs? Like, how do you respect their environment but take a photograph that you want? How do you capture the moment but without disturbing them? So, how do you go about that?
I'm a fool for your love.
I'll tell you, I had recently developed this photography skills, right? So in the start, okay, right, when I saw some new words, I used to become too crazy. Okay, I used to run.
Yeah.
I used to run behind the words. Literally, I used to run, which is not good.
Right.
Not good for
Yeah.
yourself also, and not good for the birds, because they'll get disturbed.
Mhm.
And sometimes if they got disturbed to the core, right, they'll never come to that area.
Right. Right.
Birds are too sensitive. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so these skills will develop very slowly. Okay, so once you once you saw some new words, right, and first of things, you should not, when you're going for photography, right, you should not wear some very shiny clothes and all.
Right.
Should
Right.
wear very shiny clothes, camouflage. Try to become as
Camouflage.
camouflage as
Yeah.
possible, so that the birds cannot see you. Okay, and like nowadays, like the cameras are so good, right, they have silent shutter and all. They
Yeah.
won't
Yeah.
keep on clicking thousands of shutters. You hit, there won't be any sound, right? So those things really help.
Yeah.
And then you become perfect camouflage, put some hoodies, try to do whatever you want, like try to become as camouflage as possible, right? And you should not approach the bird directly. Okay, if you want to take really good pictures and really, because if you want to take that particular moment, right?
Right.
Suppose birds,
Mhm.
one bird is feeding to another birds, and one
Right.
bird is fighting with another birds, right? So those things you have to become a camouflage, right? And you have to understand the bird's behavior, and then, and suppose the bird has already saw you, okay, some moment when the bird has already saw you, you should not go directly. You should wait for some time, let them be relaxed. Once they relax, don't fly. Okay,
Right.
so you have to approach very slowly. You have to, you should have patience, which I didn't had earlier, frankly speaking. But yeah, it get developed slowly. Okay, so now it's for me, it's like it's in my blood.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Second nature to you.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's how you should get develop your skills.
Right.
That's
Mhm.
all.
Now, Pratap, before you ask the next question, I just wanted to give a shout out to Aditya. He gave me this question to ask him. So, yeah, I'll put his. He's a fellow photographer as well. So, I'll put his Instagram in the link below so you can check him out. Yeah, Pratap, go on, go on. Sorry.
Now, while we're on the subject of capturing pictures itself, what is your process like? So, in terms of, do you, like, suppose you're going to a place, do you fix key you have to take pictures of these birds, or are you open to whatever animal comes? And then, even in that, how do you pick a location? And, like, do you wait there, or do you keep switching your places? How is that like?
If you want to go some new places, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you should have some goal. If you're
Ah,
going without goal, it's like nothing. Okay, because you will be
that's true.
running around here and there. Okay, so you should go
Yeah.
with some goal, some motive. Oh, I want to picture pheasant, or I want to picture some birds, any birds, or anything. Right? If you go with
Yeah.
some goal, you can try hard, you can wait, you will have patience. You, and if you, otherwise you can, there are thousands of things surround you. Okay, you will be keep on running around behind them. Okay, so that's not good.
Yeah.
So when you go some places, you search for eBird,
Hmm.
you go for the eBird, you search for
Mm-hmm.
some birds, or you have
Right.
some particular birds in your mind, because nowadays, like, people are, Instagram is, everybody is very active, right? So
Yeah.
in Instagram you can see that thousands of birds, colorful birds, this bird, that bird, right?
Yeah.
So you should go for some particular goal. Okay, I want to click some new species or some new birds, right? You should check the location, go for eBird, and check, because usually birds are like, most of the birds are migrant kind of. Okay, they will
Right.
switch the
Yeah.
place
Mhm.
Yeah.
according
Yeah.
to the, according to the situation on the place. So if
Hmm.
you understand that, then you can definitely get good pictures, and you will get it. Maybe not in once, maybe in the twice, or maybe in the
Yeah.
third time,
Right.
right? But you can get it. But if you go without the goal, right, it is not good.
Fair, yeah,
You will
yeah.
keep on running behind the bird.
And in terms of, has there ever been a situation where you are taking a picture of some animal and their behavior surprised you in some way? Has something like that ever happened?
So many times it happened with me. Okay, so many times. So
Hmm.
uh, I'll tell you a very common bird in Bangalore. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there is a munia.
Huh.
Okay,
Right.
so
Okay.
so so the what happened is, so during the breeding time, their color will
Mhm.
change.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, their color will
Okay.
literally change. So uh, I'll show you. I'll share with you guys later. Okay,
Right.
so their color will become red, pure
Oh.
red. Okay,
Okay.
blood
Uh-huh.
red.
Oh,
Okay,
Right.
okay.
and if there is not on the breeding time, right, they will be grayish, dull color.
Right.
So I saw one time long back, like almost 1.5 year back, somebody has put some photos in Instagram that red munia. Okay,
Huh.
Huh.
so it was done. Okay, and then I was not knowing there is a breeding time of the red munia.
Right.
Okay, and I went with one of my friend who was doing photography from last 2 3 years.
Hmm.
Okay, before me. So I went with him, and he got crazy. Oh, I saw the red munia, red munia. Where? I was like, where? Oh, no, red munia, it's okay. I like it's a dull color, right? So you say,
Yeah.
okay, that's it's good. I'll take
Mm-hmm.
photos.
Right.
No, no, that is
Yeah.
pure red now. I said, what is pure red? I never saw any red moon. Matlab, the name is red, but there is some spot red is
Huh.
there. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, but when you see in the breeding time, breeding plumage, it will be
Yeah.
completely red with the spot of
Wow.
Right.
some other things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it will people somebody call them strawberry finch. Okay, it's like
Right.
strawberry red. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so it's really nice. Then I saw, I got crazy, like, oh my god, this is red. This is so colorful. And I saw first time. Okay,
Huh.
then after a year, I got good shot. After a
Oh,
year,
wow.
I
Oh.
searched in entire Bangalore, like the perfect shot I got after a year. Like every weekend, I used
Wow.
to go for photography. Okay,
Right.
for bird
Hmm.
in near Bangalore and surrounding places. Right, every weekend, almost every weekend.
Hmm.
Okay, and after a year, I got red munia, clean and perfect shot, which I can say I'm happy about it.
Oh, that's
Okay,
great. That's
That's
great.
really
Huh.
nice.
there are a couple of moments I was laying down on the ground for an hour, and that bird, I can see that bird next 10 feet, but he's not coming like on a clean perch.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Hmm.
Right.
you should have space sense. If you keep running behind
Right.
them, you'll never get the good shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So that is one moment, and then couple of moments I saw like bird is feeding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that Baya weavers and all, I saw a
Mm-hmm.
couple of them, they are feeding their chicks.
Right.
So those
Right.
moments are really nice, really nice.
Wow. Right.
And if you saw like pied kingfisher, right, diving,
Uh-huh.
they
Mhm.
get crazy. They'll
Oh,
in one
yeah.
place, right, they'll keep hovering, okay, for maybe, like, you see that the head is stable, only the feather is
Right.
moving. Okay,
Yeah.
they are
Yeah.
so much of they're stable in hovering. Okay, and you see that you love it. Those moments was really nice, really nice. I
Wow.
really love.
Just listening to this is amazing. I can't even fathom how it feels like while watching it.
Watching it.
But
Yeah.
just listening, it's just too good, dude.
Yeah, and
Pratik.
even the way you're saying it, like there's so much passion,
Yeah,
and it's
there's so
so
much
coming from such a nice
passion.
place. So that's just really
Yeah.
nice to hear. Now, last question in terms of like technical stuff in photography. What do you think about editing pictures? Because especially you are into wildlife, and I know lots of wildlife photographers who don't like editing their pictures at all. So where do you stand with that?
Yeah.
And how much do you personally edit your pictures?
Yeah.
See, what I do is I use Lightroom. Okay,
Hmm.
I mainly use
Right.
Lightroom. Maybe little color correction, brightness,
Yeah.
little cropping.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I do.
Huh.
I don't use Photoshop, and I don't know even Photoshop. I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Fair.
am very bad at Photoshop
Hmm.
because like long back I got that I mentioned it, Red Munia. So I
Huh.
got good shot of
Mhm.
Red Munia. The background was very bad. That
Hmm.
So I was thinking to I was trying to edit the background, okay, to make it little clean and all.
Right.
But I was like very bad. No, I was like, oh, I'm done. I cannot do it anymore.
Fair, fair.
I'm telling, okay.
Hmm.
But I really use Lightroom,
Hmm.
just color correction
Mhm.
and cropping. That's all.
Ah.
Yeah.
But what do you think about people who use a lot of heavy editing? Like, what do you think about
See,
those?
it's their choice, right?
Yeah,
Whatever, because
that's
see,
fair.
Yeah.
few people want to play with lights,
Mm-hmm.
play with background, and play with so many things, right? It's
Yeah.
their choice. See, now you cannot say that, because I saw so many. I know so many of friends me. They're using Photoshop for the
Mm-hmm.
light, for they'll put some light from here and there and all, right? So it's
Yeah.
their choice if they like it, and people. I am thinking of learning of that. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Right.
I still don't like it. I like more on the natural side,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And but yeah, you can, if you learn that, you can do miracle. I will
Yeah.
say.
Right.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true. Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, Photoshop is like mind blowing.
Now we have last couple of
Yeah.
questions. First of all, thank you so much for giving so much of your time. But last question about you on the photography front. What's one stereotype people have about you, and what's one stereotype people have about photographers in general?
See, uh, I'll tell you. Like people think about me, like all of my friends and all, they know I am a photographer. Okay,
Right.
so they will ask
Yeah.
like, "Can you take my photos?"
Right.
Like
Right. Yeah.
that. Okay, and then some occasion,
Hmm.
like if I'm going somewhere, right, people should feel like I should bring my camera to
Right.
take their photos and all.
Right.
I'm really bad at it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Hmm.
literally very bad at
Yeah.
it. But sometimes you have to do something
Yeah.
like make it happy,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
yeah, but see, the main thing I'll tell you about the photographer is, like, everybody has their own perspective. Okay,
Hmm.
people have very different perspective of taking photos, and I saw so many people who was taking the street photography, right?
Right.
The street photography,
Yeah.
it will be so, if you see
Very
those photos,
beautiful.
right,
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
be amazed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
your eyes will be like completely open, wide and
Yeah.
open. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, how he has taken it. So, right. So those moments, right, it will come naturally
Hmm.
when you will see from the photographer point of view. Okay,
Right.
and few things, like in respect to the wildlife, right?
Hmm.
If you guys have not, if you see normal birds, any birds, right? You see from the bare eyes, and then
Hmm.
you see from the uh, uh, what we call the doorbin. Yeah,
Camera.
no, not from the camera.
Binocular.
Binocular, sorry.
Ha
Binocular.
ha
Yeah,
ha.
Huh.
binocular.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the real colors on any birds, you should use binocular.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So you will see multiple colors,
Hmm.
multiple, literally. You will like amazed. Okay.
Hmm.
See, when you see from the like bare eyes, you won't able to realize the colors
Right.
because of the heavy lighting.
Hmm.
Like if the sun is on the top, right? Sun is on the
Very
top, and
bright.
there's
Huh.
a harsh light, you cannot see the colors.
Right.
Right. But if you use binoculars, right? You'll be amazed with the colors. Right. So
Right.
yeah. So and see, and people feel like when you're a photographer, you can take anything.
Ha
Okay,
ha. Right.
you
Right.
can take anyone, like any
Yeah.
human or any subject. It's
Hmm.
not like that. Everybody has their own zone.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
somebody
That's true.
do
Yeah.
food photography, somebody
Right.
do insect photography, somebody do wildlife. So everybody has their own zone, right?
Right.
And they're comfortable with
Yeah.
that.
Right.
And if you want to try something, it will take some
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's not like I can take human photos or like
Hmm.
candid photos
Hmm.
very well. So
Hmm.
you should not force people to take those photos.
That's true. Yeah, that's that's true. I've heard a lot about this from Pratip also when his friends,
Yeah.
even including myself, ask him to take pictures of anything when he doesn't want to. But Chetan, again, thank you so much for
Yeah.
giving your time. And this is how we end our podcast by this question: are you a tea or a coffee person? What do you like, tea or coffee? Tea? Oh, great.
Chai.
Okay. You're one of the few guests who have chosen tea, and both of us are team tea. So Thank you
Okay.
so much
Yeah.
for that.
And
Chetan, again.
I'll be on the ginger tea.
Oh yeah, great. That's
Arre,
that's
okay.
great. Yeah, that's amazing. Chetan, thank you so much for your time. I mean, the passion in which you speak
Yeah.
about birds and photography and environment in general resonates with both of us because both of us and we love animals. We love going around and
Yeah.
about. He takes photographs. I cannot, even if I try. But yeah, thank you for this episode and thank you for joining in, guys. We'll put his Instagram in the links below, so please go check that out because like Pratap and I said, his photos are absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for watching
Thank
then.
you guys. Thanks for being here.
Yo, thanks for tuning into the latest episode of Just Batein. We hope you enjoyed it and that it left you inspired. Thanks for all your support, and maybe you could support us just a little more by maybe going to our Instagram and Twitter and giving us a follow there. And also, you can listen to us on all podcasting platforms, right from Spotify to Apple Podcasts to Google Podcasts. Cheers.